Right, underwater reactor it is. Let's go. Also, this kind of makes me wonder, what is the plan for the third in the trilogy of Remake and Rebirth? Because Remake only does Midgar, Rebirth only does up to part 1, so there is a huge amount of stuff left to do to cover off the trilogy, so I have no idea how they're going to manage it. But anyway, we're here. They say Shinra's gathering huge materia from around the world and bringing it to Junon. Bringing it to Junon must mean they want to use their airplanes. I've noticed there have been a lot of Shinra ships recently. I think they're going to the Junon underwater reactor. Isn't Shinra trying to transport the reactor's huge materia? Your guess is as good as mine, Granny. Once Meteor hits, not just the fish, but the whole ocean will be destroyed. Alright. Yeah, can't actually go into that house, can you? This is a bit of a weird, like, blocked path. Because obviously you go down towards the seaside, but... Oh, alright. Yo, kiddo! How you doing? Oh? Who are you? The person that saved your life? Cloud! Stupid jerk! Look how much you made me worry. Were you at the live stream? Yeah, that's right. You've got to be more careful, because you're going to marry me one day. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Is there nothing else to do? Okay, you're blocking the path, aren't you? So, I remember years ago seeing the Shinra build a long pipe underwater. The underwater reactor is connected to Junon by a pipe. You should be able to get to the reactor through it. Let's go then. If you want to get in the elevator, give me 10 gil. Yes. Do you actually have to do that? I'm pretty sure last time I think we just annoyed them. Canon romance. It's a common trope that, you know, kids will be like, you're going to marry me when you're older. When I'm older. But, yeah. Okay. Alright, save point. Sure, we'll make a save. And we'll do it over here. Alright. Hello. The Shinra's collecting huge materia at the Junon underwater reactor. When they're done, they'll bring it to this airport. Get out of here before you get in the way. What, me? I'm going to be watching from here so that I don't get in their way either. Sure, you tell yourself that. I forget, can I go into random battles here? Wrong one? Okay, I forget which one I'm supposed to be going into. Alright, yeah, I remember this one. Okay, so, yeah, nothing to do there. Alright, we'll go to the helipad first, and then we'll come back down the other way, because I think the way you're supposed to go is the other way. After they get it, they'll take it to the airport and will transport it to Rocket Town by Gelnica. Don't let your guard down. They finally started collecting the huge materia from the Junon underwater reactor. Oh yeah, I just realized they did have only 3 places. Coral, Condor, and then the third one's obviously Junon. But if there's 4, then there should be somewhere else. And yeah, last time I didn't really make the connection, but lightning, ice, and fire damage, all in one summon. Apparently Kujata is not good, because if an enemy can absorb one of those elements, they absorb the entire attack. So you're not supposed to focus, you're supposed to focus on a specific type of damage. But yeah. Oh, cutscene. I may be mistaken, but doesn't it feel like we're missing something? You're gonna tell me? Come on in! Welcome! I just can't believe it. I never thought a monster-like weapon really existed. Alright, we have Sense, we have Seal. Okay, I'll get that. Heal, Revive, alright. So... Sleep, Pull, and Silence. Oh, okay, so it's Seal magic. Alright. Haven't found any more of those miniature of the soldiers. That's fine. Nope, nowhere else to go. Fine. Won't worry about that then. Okay, where's the secret underground poker club going on? This machine hasn't been working right ever since Weapon got to it. Runeblade, okay. Fine. Downstairs. Aha, hello. Weapon and Meteor scared everyone else off, but I'm sitting around here soused as usual. Yeah, the Turks are somewhere else. I'd like to close down this shop, but we've got the regulars to think about. I don't know what to do. Kick the bums out. Tell them to go home. Alright, next place. Hello. They're not going to get me down, not me. Weapon, Meteor, even bad customers aren't going to get me. Okay, so yeah, everything's not as good as it should be. Yeah, I remember not buying all these weapons. Oh, that's actually slightly better. Double materia growth. Interesting. But yeah. Worse slot-wise and stat-wise. And that's it for that shop. So, this shop. What's over here? Hello. Oh, hello. Hey, stay out of the way. I'm starting to feel like I can't stop anymore. Hey, stop yapping. I've been had. I want to get in a real battle too. You are in a real battle with that guy, aren't you? Back again, Mr. Know-It-All? Alright, you can enter. Because we got some interesting info here last time. This is a respectable inn. Guests only. You should absorb all the wisdom until it's as part of you. Okay, and then these guys. Okay, Mr. Know-It-All, ex-soldier, let me review. Oh, this is different. ATB means active time battle. It's a system in which time continuously runs during battle. If the ATB is changed to wait in the config menu, time stops during battle when you select magic or an item. So it becomes turn-based-ish. That lets you select your commands carefully. It's geared especially for beginners like you. In the config menu, if you change from ATB to recommended, time will stop while magic or item effects are displayed. This lets you watch the effects carefully, letting you fight at your own pace. This is the way to go. I always use active mode, but choose what you want, that's all. On-screen numbers? During a battle, white numbers that appear on the screen indicate damage, and green numbers indicate recovery points. Remember that if you don't want to be wiped out. Oh, okay. Sure. Oh, I need to read this properly, because it was a different thing. Change will change your fighting position to either the front or the back row. If you select the back row, the amount of damage you receive is reduced, but so is your attacking power. Change can be selected from the battle menu by pressing left on the D-pad. So this is what I was saying before about the contextual menu items. You can also select Defend from the battle menu by pressing right. Defend will reduce your damage by half until your next turn. It's better to use Defend for strong enemies. Of course, I don't need anything like that. I'm surprised they don't tell you this, like, a bit earlier. Maybe they do and I just skipped it, but yeah, this is, like, important info. And it should be right at the start of the game. I don't know too much about escape during battles since I never do it, but someone like you might need it. You can escape by holding down L and R in battle. Well, there you go. The thing that I said about escape being materia, completely wrong based on that. Gauges. It might be hard to understand this next one since you can't check it right now, but just listen. I'm talking about the gauges displayed during battle. The time gauge shows the time remaining until your next turn in battle. You can enter a command once the gauge is full, but if you don't want to enter a command, press X to skip to the next person. that would have been handy doing the limit grinding, when it's like, right, I don't want to attack with Cloud, I want to attack with Sid or Yuffie or whoever, so I can just do X to skip. This is good when you want to make Barret work. The limit gauge increases as you receive damage. While this is full, you'll be able to use a limit technique. The limit gauge doesn't reset after each battle, so it'll build up the more damage you get in battle. The trick is knowing when to use it, instead of using it as soon as it becomes available. You may already know this, but I'll tell you anyways. Status has two conditions, Fury and Sadness. Fury speeds up your limit gauge but decreases your concentration. Sadness slows down your limit gauge but also decreases the damage you receive, keep this in mind. The barrier gauge shows the time available for special magic effects. The top gauge, barrier, defends against attacks, and the bottom gauge, magic barrier, defends against magic spells. Both reduce the amount of damage by half, but disappear after several uses. Always keep an eye on the barrier gauge when using barrier and magic barrier spells. That's all, check them out next time you're in battle. This is really useful info. I can't believe I missed this, if this is like the second time you could see this. Status. Status simply means the status of the characters. I don't want to repeat myself too much, so I'll mention the main points. Sleep. Cannot enter command until awakened. Poison. Rapidly decreases HP during battle. Fury. Doubles damage, reduces concentration, tranquilizer cures it. Does that mean concentration is accuracy then? Sadness. Reduces damage, hyper cures it. Petrify. Turns you into stone. If your entire party is petrified, you'll get wiped out. Confusion. You cannot distinguish between enemy and ally. Silence, you cannot cast any magic. Paralysis, time gauge stops, you cannot enter commands. Darkness, reduces attack concentration. Oh yeah, so concentration is accuracy. Frog, turns you into a frog. I hate this. Whew, I'm tired. Change status can be changed with magic and items, so always double check it when you buy things. Elementals. A special material that come with magic and weapons. You have to use this to your advantage in battle. Only once you start thinking in terms of elementals can you truly be called an intermediate player. Here are some examples. Remember, they're just examples, you don't have to memorize them. Fire effect works best on animals and water monsters. Ice effect works best on fire monsters and things that hate the cold. Lightning effect works best on mechanical things. Earth effect attacks during the Earth's power doesn't work on flying enemies. Poison enemies doesn't work on any poison-based enemies. Gravity-based attack, these hurt if they hit. Water, calls on the Earth's water, works well on fire monsters. Wind, calls at the winds, works well on flying enemies. Holy, summons the planet's power, works well on dark monsters. Using opposite elementals often is effective in battle. Using the same elementals usually increases defense. But the reverse is also true, watch out for it. To find out what elementals an enemy has, you need sense materia. Once you get it, try it out. Do you need to max out the sense materia then, to get that? Help. Don't understand what I just told you, I guess you just have a limited capacity for information. But relax, plus minus during battle. A help message should explain the different commands to you. It'll tell you things like the monster's name. Even I look at it sometimes, so don't be ashamed to use it. Oh, so when you sense, that's not actually the same as just seeing the monster's name. Alright, that's good info actually. So, yeah, that's fine. And then this one? This is Beginner's Hall Intermediate. Your explanations were so complicated I couldn't return to the planet. So I have a right to... Wait, are these ghosts? Because they're translucent. I have a right to ask you again. What's this? So, limit stuff. Yep, this is all no. Oh, I can't speed it up. Okay. Yes. I decide it to be level 3. Lower limits have less power, but you can use them more often. If you set your limit higher, you can inflict great damage, but you'll have to wait longer to use it. Okay, that makes sense. After using this technique for a while, you'll vastly improve your so this is telling you how to level up your limits. Your development will change, depending on how you fight. I can't tell you how it will change. That's something you'll have to find out by yourself. I've heard a rumor about secret items that inspire ultimate techniques. Don't know whether or not those items really exist. Okay. That's it. Okay. Let's see what they mean about this. Access menu, find materia. There's a lot of different materia around. It's an all materia. If you quit this alone, nothing will happen. It's a little tricky, but I'll tell you anyway. Now look at my weapon. Look closely at the two slots. They're joined together as link slots. You've got to remember to put it into link slots. Different material will affect each other, but only if the slots are linked. Just to show you, let's put some all into one of the slots, and lightning in the other. Now you can use bolt on all the enemies, but it's limited to once per battle. Combine different things, and you come up with different results. Restore and all, but you use cure for your entire party. There are almost so many useless combinations. For example, restore and lightning. Bolt and cure can be used normally, but there won't be any compound effect. Specialized material like all is called support materia. You can tell the difference just by looking at materia's color. This may sound weird, but did you know materia grows on its own? Even if one of your allies uses it, it will continue to grow with each battle. As its level increases, so will the effects of the magic you can use. You already know that all works once per battle, but it can work twice or more times as it grows. When you get it to its master level, materia will divide itself, almost like it's giving birth. But that master materia won't grow past that. When you can't take on any more materia, you better sell it or dump it somewhere. You can see the useful functions here. Yeah, again, this would have been useful when I was trying to do materia swapping before. Arrange, remove, throw materia into the trash. Relax, I wasn't going to dump it. Special menu for you, exchange. Exchange all materia you have between allies, even if they're not in your party. Now about materia's growth. The growth rate depends on what weapon or armor it's put into. Some will double in growth while others won't grow at all. In most cases, the material's effect won't change whether you put it into a weapon or armor, but elemental and added effect have completely different effects depending on whether put into weapons or armor. You got to think about what weapon or armor to use, or what material combinations will be the strongest. I remember hearing once about extraordinary materials somewhere in the world. I think I just told about everything again. Okay. Again, that's useful stuff. Okay, expert, enlighten us on limit techniques, why don't you? Extreme limits? I think I've seen this before. Yeah, okay. That's fine. And then, same thing for you? Yeah. Divisions of materia, yeah, okay. Alright, well. Again, that was a bit of a detour, but I don't remember talking to them about all the different, like, tutorial functions, so I'm fine with seeing that again. Well, again, for the first time. Alright, what's up here? Hello! Most of my rivals died in the attack on weapon. Oh, of course, I was here, studying. That coveted green officer's uniform is almost in my reach. And then, over here. Yeah, so they're both asleep. Okay. Alright, well, never mind. Let's move on. Right. What are we missing, Cloud? Aha, here we go. Alright, let's see how hard you trained. Attention! Charge! Hey, that's the underwater reactor. Come back! In case you didn't know where to find it, they tell you where it is. Oh, hello. Battle music? How about whoever stays alive gets to take her out? Alright, you're on. But what if both of us? Whoa, don't even talk about that. Sure. Okay. So yeah, so supposedly these guys might have armor. 8-inch cannon? That's not what I was thinking about. Couldn't steal anything. Great. Yes, I am going to be one-shotting all of the normal enemies in this, apparently. So I am aware that the underwater reactor is a one-time thing. Well, great, there went two perfectly good men. Yeah, so there's a save point out here, I think. Okay, back to work, back to work. Oh, I'm sleepy. For Junon! So these are forced fights, I think. Yeah, 1,500 HP is not a lot. Another 8-inch cannon. Hello, dog. Woof woof. Oh yeah, this gate was closed as well the first time. Smoke bomb. Slalom B. Oh, there's no save point. Not yet, at least. The thing that I'm, like, taking random battles off... Aha, here we go. Alright, well, I think I'll make my save in the same slot as I had before. This one. There we go. Alright. Apparently there is a unique armor that you can only get by stealing from battles in this area, but we'll see. Warning! Warning! Machine gun! Nothing to steal. Rocket launcher. So what are these? Guard system A. Okay, yeah, not a lot to go on. I suppose the good side of being massively over-leveled, but with materia, with weapons that are a bit on the weaker side, because they've got more slots, is that I'm not going to destroy enemies straight away. Right. Shinra soldiers. You can steal Shinra Alpha. Okay. That's the thing that I think is the thing to do. Mr. Dolphin, hello. We're in Rapture.